ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಅಲುಗಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವಿಶ್ವದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಹಾಮಾರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಅಲುಗಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಾದ್ರು ನಾವು ವಾಸ್ತವಾಂಶನ ತಿಳಿಬೇಕು, ಈ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕು, ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಜನರ ಹತ್ರ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಕೋವಿಡ್ನ 2ನೇ ಅಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈ ಮೀರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿಂದ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾತಿ, ಧರ್ಮ, ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಗ್ಗೂಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೆದರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಮಹಾಮಾರಿ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ನಾವು ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಈ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಲೈವ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ತಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಮಾಸ್ಕನ್ನು ನಾನು ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರ ಸಲಹೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋನಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಅತಿಥಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಡಾಕ್ಟರು ರವೀಂದ್ರ ಮೇಹತಾರವರು. ನಾನು ಕೊರೋನಾ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಕೂಡ. ಸೊ ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ನೂರಾರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸು ನನ್ನ ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಬೆಟ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದು, ನೀವು ಅಪೆಲೋಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರವೀಂದ್ರ ಮೇಹತಾರವರ ಕೈ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಂದ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದು 2 ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಸೇರಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂತು. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲೋಗಿ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೊದಲು ಉಡಾಫೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಉಸಿರಾಟದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇದರ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಮಂತ್ರಿನ, ಒಬ್ಬ PCC ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋನ್ನ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಆರೈಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಧೈರ್ಯ ತುಂಬಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರು. ಅವರು ಅಮೇರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉಸಿರಾಟದ ವಿಚಾರ ಖ್ಯಾತ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಕೋಶ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರವೀಂದ್ರರವರು ಅಮೇರಿಕದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಳ ಪ್ರವೀಣತೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಪಲ್ಮಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೇ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇವರು ಭಾಳ ಸರಳತೆಯಿಂದ ಭಾಳ ಧೈರ್ಯ ತುಂಬಿ ನಮ್ಮಂಥವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡೆ, ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು 1 ಗಂಟೆಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾಳ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟು ಸಮಾಜನ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಸಮಾಜ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರವೀಂದ್ರ, ಐ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ತಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದು 2ನೇ ಮಹಾಮಾರಿ, ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಷ್ಟೇ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡೋಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅವರು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ತರ್ಜುಮೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆನ್ ಬಿಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ friends and followers all over the country are also watching this show. Doctor, one thing I want to ask you, how different is this wave? ಈ ಹೊಸ ವೇವ್, ಹೊಸ ಅಲೆ ಏನು ಮೊದಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈಗ ಏನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? This is what I would like to ask you.
So first of all, thank you so much, and I think it is a lovely initiative that we are trying to educate everybody, because currently, even though we try to think that there is so much information available, when COVID comes to me, my family and my friends, ultimately we all get scared and we get paralyzed. We are very scared. So I think using forums such as this to educate people is a very, very good idea. And thank you for calling me and giving me the chance to doing this. The next thing you asked is a very, very important question which everybody in the world is asking. Every person, every leader, every government and every doctor. How did this become so horrible? When we were relaxing in December and we were congratulating ourselves in January and February, suddenly in April it has come and it is going at the speed of lightning. Like a thunderbolt it has hit our country. And so the difference in this wave is that it seems to be different because it is spreading very rapidly. Very, very rapidly. Secondly, it is coming at a point where we opened up our economy. So we thought that we are safe. It is okay to move around and have our functions and go to restaurants and have marriages and so on. But that is the reason it is spreading very fast also. Thirdly, everybody is tired. 1 year we've been saying masking, social distancing is very difficult. Fourthly, our schools, our children, they all want to go out also. So this is what has led to society opening. And lastly, the virus. This little tiny virus we cannot see is brilliant. It is smarter than all of us humans when you think that we are so intelligent, because it is able to spread so fast and it does not leave any notice. So a very fast active virus, a public which is moving around, an economy which opened, everybody who is tired is leading to this massive wave. Now here is the thing to understand with COVID. COVID, once it starts, nobody can stop it. There is a run, and that run is very difficult to control. So this is what we're going through right now. Aggressive virus, opened economy, people mixing, and a very rapid spread which is leading to all this worry. And I think a lot of the information we give today should help you to understand and calm down and take charge of your particular situation.
Doctor, is this something new strain? Has this virus actually gone through the mutation?
Yeah, so it is a lovely question because it helps us to understand. So if you look at what is going on in other countries, typically, fortunately, India followed America, UK, Italy, and so on. So the information comes from currently UK and America mostly at this point. In UK, they realized that whatever happened in UK in December was because of the UK strain. They've given it a name also. That UK strain spread like wildfire. Nobody was able to stop it at that point. And when they identified by testing, they came to know. At this point in India, we are testing all this. There is a whole association who is looking into all this, 10 laboratories. But the suspicion is, yes, there is a mutant strain. And the mutant strain, whether it is the UK strain, the Brazilian strain, the South Indian strain, and everything in India. Atma Nirbhar is here also, unfortunately. Our own strain has also come. So our Indian strain has also come here, which is called the double mutant strain and a Bengal strain. So many of these are there, all fellows who are spreading very fast. And that is the suspicion that the mutant strain is leading to this wildfire-like spread, much worse than 2020.
Why are more people getting affected this time, doctor? ಯಾಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸತಿ ಕಾರಣ ಏನು?
So that's a very important point right now. Last time when it came to my family, if I got it, then 1 or 2 people would get it. My wife would get it, 50% chance, remaining would be 10-20%. This time when it comes to my family, everybody is getting it. 80 to 100% spread. There is one family in Lucknow, 11 families with 10 members each, all have got infected. So it is a very infective strain. Like we said 5 to 7 minutes ago, it is mutant most likely, it is very infective. Secondly, our precautions have dropped, and this time the virus is spreading like wildfire. So yes, very, very infective, different from last time. We cannot say that the last time lessons we can follow. This time we have to be very, very, very cautious. And that is why you see even in this conversation, we are being very careful that my mask is on so that we are taking care of everybody, even in such a situation where we are socially distanced.
Okay, doctor. What precaution we have to take at this point of time? ನಾವು ಏನು ಜಾಗೃತರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ?
So this is one of the times COVID-19 has shown that we do not need to depend on somebody else. We tend to cry, family help me, government help me, employer help me, everybody help me. First thing we have to do is help ourselves. So a little knowledge, not much intelligence required. Everybody knows how to eat, goes to work, earns some money. Same intelligence is required here. We have to be aware that every time we meet any human being, we have to maintain this particular thing now. So in our hand lies the ability to control this particular mutant virus. In short, billion times it must be said, this particular thing is gold right now. There is no gold in your family. There is no gold in your rings. It is gold is here. Mask and social distancing. And out of that, these two things, if we can quietly follow for some time, become part of our culture, then we can start individually helping everybody else to beat the virus.
Doctor, in my house, I naturally sit with my daughter, I sit with my son, I sit with my wife. We will be together, we live together. ಸೊ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬದವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮದಿರ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಜೊತೆಲೇ ಮಲಗಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ, ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಓಡಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ?
So there is no right answer. It is a question which basically one thinks about today. The newspaper says a headline which has never been seen before in the history of COVID-19. The center has said, start masking at home. If you open any newspaper, it is there now. Which means that if all of us share one house, and he goes outside and I go outside, and I get asymptomatic COVID, and I sit here and I talk, tiny particles are collecting out here. When my daughter, my wife, my brother comes in, he's going to inhale that. The chances of transmission are hitting 70 to 80%. So at this point, unfortunately, any member who goes out and comes back home has to have some sort of simple mask with the family also if possible. Now, what am I saying? Is it practical? I know it's not practical. It's not easy to sit in one house and do it. But currently, if we can form some discipline that if we go out, we have to come back and be very cautious. If nothing else, have a little distance from people. If nothing else, have a ventilated house. And again, if you're going to meet multiple people, it may be a good time that for the next some amount of time, we at least wear this mask even at home. Today is the day when he has made me change this statement. If you asked me till 2 days ago, this statement was not part of it. My home, my family members who I grew up with are my loved ones and they are safe. Currently, nobody is safe right now. So this is something we have to watch very carefully. Good news for you, younger people will by and large get only mild COVID. So whatever it is, even if you get it, you should be able to manage at home, which we will also be talking about a little later.
Okay. What are the symptoms, doctor? ಈಗ ಹೊಸ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವೇವ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್?
So that is the good part of it. You know, we don't like change in humanity. We like to have the same thing. So this COVID, in terms of symptoms, is not very different from last COVID. In the last COVID, it was like any viral illness. Lifelong, I get my viral illness per year. What happens in that? I'll get a little fever. I won't feel good. I'll feel tired. I'll have a little runny nose, some scratchy throat irritation, body ache, lethargy, and typical was that loss of taste and loss of smell. Nothing much has changed over here. Those same things are there. But understand one major message. Today, I repeat, today, if anybody gets any fever or body ache, it is by and large COVID. It has to be ruled out. If we are lucky, then the other friendly fellows, the old viruses, some little malaria, dengue may be there. But by and large, today, everything seems to be COVID. This may change in 2, 4, 6 weeks as the numbers come down. But anybody who calls you, make sure that you understand, because testing is not easy. So you may have to make sure that you basically move away from your elderly mother, your family member and all, so that you do the right thing for yourself and for them.
Doctor, with anyone who doesn't have a COVID symptoms, from him anything can be caught, can be transferred?
Very important message to give out. So this is called asymptomatic COVID. So I'll become a little technical and you have to forgive me, and sir can add to this. This is day zero. Nothing is going on. Today this virus comes here. It comes into here. The time to develop symptoms is day 5. Now, I mean, if I develop symptoms, this is COVID. Before this 2 days, it is called pre-symptomatic, which means that the virus is inside. I'm going to develop day after tomorrow. but I am there, I'm able to infect. So that is when I start infecting people. I don't know I have the virus. Nobody knows I have the virus. My symptoms are not there, but 2 days before I can infect people. Second category, even more dangerous. I don't develop any symptoms at all. My body stops, does not cause fever, there is no body ache, nothing. But I go through what's called asymptomatic COVID. These people also are spreading the virus. That is the reason why this is becoming so problematic, because if we have 100 people, most of them are asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, and because if I don't know I'm sick, why should I take any precautions? So that is why the spread is happening so fast, and that is why these difficult decisions, as we said, wear the mask wherever you are at this point. I tell you a funny story. Children who are born nowadays don't even know that humans don't have a mask. They see all their mothers, fathers with the mask. So if you catch any 1-year-old, he is wondering why when we take off the mask, who is this fellow coming in front of me?
Doctor, one important issue, how cautious we should be at first stage.
Right. So when we get COVID, so it has, first thing we have to do is knowledge.
Because we can't get an hospital, we can't get to be registered, we can't go to beds. ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಆರ್ಥಿಕವಾದಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಯಾರೇ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ 3 ಲಕ್ಷ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ 10 ಲಕ್ಷದವರೆಗೂ ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಬಡ ಜನತೆ ಈಗ ನಾನೇ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ, ನನಗೆ 7-8 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಯಿತು. ನಂತರ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕೈಲೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಫಸ್ಟು ಈ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋಂಥ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋಂಥ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂತು ಅಂದಾಗ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋಂಗೆ ಮೈಕೈ ನೋವು ಬಂತಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆತ ಏನು ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು? ಫಸ್ಟು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚಿತವಾಗಿ ತಾನು ತನ್ನ ಈ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು?
So basically what do I do so that I can take care of myself, not go to any place where I don't have money, and anyway we don't have any beds right now. Today it has reached a stage which we have never seen in our life. Even my money cannot get me care. This is the stage, and we hope this changes in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So the first thing to understand is when I get first symptom of COVID, first thing is knowledge is power. You must understand a few things, and this conversation is helping, and there are tens of resources. We can even share something with you which is very, very simple. So first thing is I must know what to do. This is not very difficult. If you manage your life, you can understand this. Second is good news for us. Fortunately, when the first COVID news came, 80% of people were not going to have any problem. In India, that number is 90%. 90% of us will not have any problem. This information will calm me down, get my heart rate down, not make me sweat and run to doctors. Thirdly, when we look at last year, everybody ran to the hospital. We don't need to go to the hospital anymore on day one. The hospital, in fact, is one place I would tell you as a doctor, please don't come at all. Nothing good will come out of it. So at this point, what we have to do is calm down, see our symptoms. We start measuring with checking fever. We look for the oxygen saturation. Fortunately, in a city like Bangalore and most parts, this oximeter has become like one more simple food item only. So you can check your oximetry and then realize if your oxygen level is good, which is more than 96-97%, monitor your fever and then get in touch with the doctor.
ಸೊ ನೀವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಫಸ್ಟು ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಮೀಟರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಆ 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 95 ಇದೆಯಾ, 96 ಇದೆಯಾ, 97 ಎಷ್ಟುವರೆಗೂ ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಟಿಲ್ ವಾಟ್ number it is okay, what do you tell?
So assuming that my lungs are normal and I have not been a smoker and I have no lung disease, 96, 97 and above is good. 98 and 99 is wonderful, but that is the average. When it starts to fall, you will have fever, you will feel a little sicker, body ache and all may be there, and the oxygen falls to something like 93, 94. Now when it falls to 93, 94, I should not rush, worry and run. First of all, make sure the oximeter is correct. Ladies, take off your nail polish. Nail polish is not a good thing for oximetry. Put it on again, put 2-3 fingers. Then walk for 3 to 4 minutes. Anybody can walk. Walk for 3 to 4 minutes, see. If the oxygen increases, that means by and large there may not be a problem. If the oxygen falls, again 93, 94 as he said, or it goes down, it means the disease is progressing, you need help. That help has to be decided that do I need to get into a hospital or do I need a change of medication? The major change of medication we will talk about.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮನೇಲೂ ಒಂದು ₹1,000 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಅಂತೀರಾ?
Yeah, because and even you can share also. One family can have one in a building apartment complex. There can be 10 oximeters. If you just clean it a little, anybody can use it. It doesn't have to sit in only my house.
ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಗನ್ ಏನೋ ಇಟ್ಟು ಇದಂತ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್
Gun, sir, is gone. Gun means high is bad. Normal or low doesn't mean anything because the temperature, only if it catches temperature, it is useful. But these guns, distance, battery, how it is, and it is not very useful, I think. So it makes me feel nice to make sure that I did not let anybody with fever come into my house or into my office. But if they are normal also, they can very well have COVID and that will not be useful.
ಓಕೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಈಗ ಈ ವಿತಿನ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಮನೇಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ವಿ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಹೌಸ್, ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಹೌಸ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಒಬ್ರು ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್?
So currently for the next 15 days.
ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಈಗ ಮನೇಲೇ ಇರೋಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂಡಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು?
So the moment I get symptoms of COVID, first of all I have to do two people are important, me and my surrounding. So first of all I have to immediately isolate myself. So if we are lucky, we have a separate room. In that room you go and you should have a bathroom which is separate. That is all. If your family members should now understand they have to be away from you, and if you meet them, you should meet them from a distance with a mask. In the past we used to say shoo, go away. It is not so bad anymore. Secondly, in the past we used to spray everything. Please stop spraying everywhere. Spraying is not going to help anybody. Ultimately, besides wasting sanitizer and killing a whole bunch of organisms, we are not doing anything. So the main thing is isolation, masking, staying separate from the family till the test is done or for 10 days by and large, and maintaining the distance is the only thing to do. Now, the only worry is that by the time I get an infection, there is a good chance I have already given it to the family. If I am going to give it to my wife, then she will develop symptoms 5 to 7 days from then. So first take care of yourself, consult a doctor as we said, monitor your stuff, keep away from the family, and in the next 5 to 7 days see if the family also requires testing. Also, family should not go out, sir. There's no point that the family says okay and we're going. Everyone becomes a primary contact. So if we want to work as a community, a city, a state and a country, all of us should stay in that isolation within that family until we come to know that we are COVID negative.
Okay, doctor, government has announced that they will vaccinate everyone. A lot of discussion has taken place, lot of issues have come out. Should we get vaccinated? ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಸೂಚನೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
So
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿನಾ?
Yeah. So currently, if I can answer the question looking at January to March and March to now. January to March we had a window, what is called the honeymoon period between two COVIDs, COVID A, COVID B, or COVID first wave, COVID second wave. That time the vaccine came into the country and everybody was asking this vaccine, that vaccine, this risk, that risk, why should I take? Because we thought life is normal. Come March end or April, we are all gone because COVID is spreading so much that now we are back into our houses. The only long-term way out of this is vaccination. There is no other way right now.
Okay, doctor, you are telling I should take the vaccination.
Vaccination is a
It is
must.
compulsory. But
Yeah.
one thing you should kindly ask, please reply me. ಈ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ,
Yeah.
ಈ ದೇಶದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ MLAಗಳು, ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸು. Why did not the Prime Minister of this country or the Chief Minister of the country did not take vaccine first? Why they asked to police to take? Why they asked the Anganwadi workers to take? Why they asked Asha workers to take? Why didn't they take first?
Yeah,
That is a big confusion because I also did not take it. Only recently I took it because the Prime Minister did not take it. He took it after 1 month or 15 days or something. Why did this happen?
So the question comes around to who should get first vaccinated? Do the leaders, does Mr. Shiv Kumar has a greater right to the vaccine than anybody else, than his driver? It comes down to that. The policy which is borrowed, it is actually a borrowed policy from other parts of the world. Take the frontline workers first, healthcare workers, other frontline workers, then take the people who are above 60 with comorbidities. By comorbidities, we mean diabetes, blood pressure, heart issues, and then you come to the younger population. My understanding is that most leaders are trying to say that we are not frontline workers. We come under category 3, which means that we are more than 60 with comorbidities, and so we will go in line. So the first time in our lives we have seen going in line. So that is the only explanation we have. Currently, if you look at all that, that is history. I think anybody who can stand on his feet and reach a center should be getting a injection at this point, assuming we have enough stock of the vaccine.
ಓಕೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್, ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ರೀಚಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಹೌಸಸ್, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ನಮಗೆ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದಾಗ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೇರಬೇಕು, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ?
So that is the most worrisome part, which we hope that none of us have to see. That I have taken care of my COVID. Somebody has helped me. I took paracetamol. My oxygen saturation, which he will show you, is all okay. We can demonstrate over there. So all that is okay. But what happens usually, COVID problems come in the second week. First 6 to 7 days is usually okay. None of us have any major issues. But after 7 days,
95, doctor.
see.
I'm okay.
Yeah, once it takes a few, we are talking a lot over here, so I think if we take a few deep breaths, it will go.
94.
We will watch for some time.
Okay.
So this is the oximeter. In principle, this is the simple oximeter which we have over here right now. So coming back to the original issue which we asked me is that when do we get worried and what is the thing? So day 7 onwards, the oxygen starts falling usually in people who are going to get into trouble. Once the oxygen starts falling, it means we are in trouble, and that is the time either we need a hospital. If we cannot get a hospital, and I say that with a lot of pain, then we have to quickly do something. One is oxygen therapy. So we have to try and get oxygen therapy, and there are medications which are given called steroid medication.
What is oxygen therapy and rain? What is the oxygen therapy?
Exactly. So oxygen means that what my body cannot produce, basically I have to give from outside. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, there is one secret which medical science will share. Before you can arrange oxygen, which is so difficult, there is one simple way. You must lie on your stomach. We all were born as children when we lie down on our stomach. Now most of us prefer to be on our back or on the side. But if you just lie down on the stomach, oxygen will improve by anywhere from 4 to 6. So if I am 92, 89, 90, I will improve to 93, 94.
So ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಲಗಬೇಕು ಈ ಕಡೆ.
Exactly, and he has done it so well when we asked him.
Hospital ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Very well he was doing it. We just had to say, sir, just do this, and 18 hours a day, sir was doing all this.
Hospital
So it's very important, exactly, that before you go asking, give me bed, give me oxygen, you do that. Then if it is falling further, it doesn't help. We have some time, then somehow we have to try for a hospital bed. But if the bed is not there, as is happening right now, then many attempts are being made to either get you oxygen somehow. Cylinder, concentrator, anything which can give you some time, 6, 8, 10, 20, 24 hours till the hospital bed comes up.
Okay.
At the same time, to add to his point, steroid medications are very useful. What we learnt in July last year is steroids, and steroids are pills anybody can eat. So your doctor will give you the right dose of steroid. So in the
steroid ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು? what is all that?
So steroid basically is based on the fact that the immune system is going crazy. Immune and COVID are fighting with each other. This time COVID is going down, but the immune system is causing a problem. So for that, to make the immune system come under control, steroid pills are given. Steroids are very familiar to people who have asthma, lung disease and all. We know it because we grow up with steroids. So those things taken as a pill a day can actually save your life by around 50%. So if you don't have a hospital, just lie down on your back, call your doctor, and if he thinks it's the right thing, take steroid pills. Maybe that will save your life before you reach the
hospital. Okay, doctor. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೀರಾಯ್ಡು, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. ಈಗ ಮನೇಲೇನೆ ಈಗ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿನ ಮುಂಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆಣಸು ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು, ಅದು ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು, ನಾಟಿ ಏನೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. Anything like that, anything in the regular food which is being produced?
Yeah, so I wish, so the whole science of naturopathy, Ayurveda, Unani, we all believe something should come. I wish it was there. I wish I could go into his lovely garden, pick out something from there which would improve COVID. Scientifically, there is nothing. And I'm sad to say that. I also like naturopathic stuff, fruits and all. Scientifically, there is nothing. I will go on record as saying even Baba Ramdev's medication, Coronil, has no scientific role at this point. Nothing. Even the vitamins you take, vitamin C, zinc and all, nothing. At this point, nothing works. I'll tell you simply why.
ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ನೆಲ್ಲಿಕಾಯಿ ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ಯಾವುದೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನೇನೋ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಳುಗಳು ತಿನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Nothing. So the Ayurvedic specialists are giving something which they believe works. Scientifically not proven. Is it harmful? No, it's not harmful. Please take it. We are also very liberal. Please take anything you want. But don't depend on it, because if taking it you stop measuring oxygen, you don't do this, you don't take the steroid pill, then you are taking a risk with your own life, which is not advisable.
ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೀರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೈಕೈಲ್ ನೋವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ರೆಮಿಡಿಸಿವಿರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಿಡುಗು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಬದುಕ್ತೀವಿ. ನನಗೆ ಡೈಲಿ ನೂರಾರು ಫೋನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ DHO ಇದು ಡ್ರಗ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್, ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೆನೆ MB ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವರು ಪಾಪ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇದು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗಾಬರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಕು ಬೇಕು ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ, 2 ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 2 ಕೊಡಿ, 3 ಕೊಡಿ, 5 ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್? Is it important?
The word remdesivir has become more common than saying air, water or food basically. Instead of food, I think we should be talking of how we can eat remdesivir. So this remdesivir, again, everything will have a small 30-second background. In last year, we had no medication for COVID. Hydroxychloroquine, which we sent to Trump by a big plane, useless. Most of the medications useless. So remdesivir came as an injection, which when given for COVID is going to improve. Since we did not understand COVID, see, everybody was learning. So many people were supposed to be candidates for remdesivir. Look at my hand, so many people. But over the last 1 year, when people got smarter, it is now realized that only so many people need remdesivir. Who are those people? Only if your oxygen falls below 93-94% with COVID before 9 days. And we have published this. In India, we are very proud to say with all our colleagues, it is accepted internationally. Before 9 days of illness. Not the test, ladies and gentlemen, illness. Today I had sore throat, that is day 1 of my disease, not day 5 when I got my test. So from the illness, within 9 days, for people with moderate to severe COVID-19, remdesivir will shorten hospital stay. It does not improve lives, will shorten hospital stay. When you understand that, you will accept the fact, everybody don't give it to me. Is it required? Let my doctor tell me. If it is not required, let my friend who is suffering there get it, who actually needs it, and I don't need it. So people will calm down, realize that it is not a hammer or a magic wand, and will allow the healthcare system to give it to those who actually require it till the stocks come.
Doctor, when actually I should knock the door of the hospital? ಯಾವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಯಾವಾಗ?
Talking as a non-doctor, my fever is not coming down. It is going 101, 102, 103 after 5 to 6 days. Up to 5 to 6 days you can watch, assuming you're healthy. Of course, you have diabetes, blood pressure and all, it's a different situation. So currently understanding that this wave is causing 50% of the people in our ICU, sir, are young people right now. So if my fever goes on and on, it's increasing. I am feeling sicker and very weak. Most importantly, I repeat, most importantly, oxygen levels falls less than 93 or 94%. No lipstick, no nail polish out here. I walk and it's still low. I am not feeling well. That is the time you need a hospital. Before that, please don't knock on the hospital. Last year, our hospitals were full of people who just came there, ate food and went away. Nothing happened to them. Unless you are sick, don't reach the hospital. Sir's point is very clear. Leave the hospital for the people who require it. If you and I go and sit there without a reason, some young fellow who is my brother, my father, my friend will die. So this has to be heard very carefully.
In this wave, doctor, ಈ ಹೊಸ ವೇವ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, why youngsters are dying. Why youngsters have been a lot of problem to youngsters. Earlier it was only we were just speaking, knowing the news only above 60 it used to attach. Now we could see lot of youngsters 30, 40, 25, 45, all this younger age have been attracted to this. How is this?
Yeah, so it's a very sad thing, you know, and all of our voices go down with tragedy when we walk in the ICU, 25-year-old, 28, 38, 40, 45. The few reasons for this is the following. A, we vaccinated the elderly when we started. We did not give the vaccine to the younger people, and that was part of international policy, and we have changed it now, so we'll have to see how it goes. So elderly got vaccinated partly, youngsters did not get vaccinated. B, the most mobile people are the youngsters. They go to work, they go to celebrations, they go and meet in restaurants. They are the most mobile. So this is the two major reasons. Thirdly, the strain may have mutated. You had made a point in the beginning, the mutant strain. So the mutant strain itself is attacking everybody with the same energy. Before, we felt youngsters had immunity, so they would be able to fight it off. Currently, because of that, they don't seem to be fighting it off. So these three reasons mainly, we are seeing a large population of young people coming to hospital and ICUs.
Doctor, what are the other medicines which we can, for emergency sake, we can keep at home?
Main thing at this point at home, after learning that COVID requires so many medications, is nothing. COVID only requires this much. Everything is symptomatic. What you did for any viral illness is what you do for COVID. In short, I have fever, I need paracetamol. If I have nausea, I need simple things like anti-nausea medication, Domstal or something. If I have acidity, I need simple Rantac Pantodac. If I have body ache, again I can serve with paracetamol. So these are the simplest medications. In addition, many people like to take vitamins. So vitamin C, zinc and vitamin D is being given to everybody. One common pill is available. Beyond that, there is hardly any medication. Now a lot of people like this pill called ivermectin, an antiviral pill. If you look at guidelines who are strict guidelines coming from everywhere, ivermectin is never proven. However, some Indian guidelines have said ivermectin can be given. Since it is not harmful, it can be given. But none of us are saying that it is going to save your life. So in short, very simple. Keep paracetamol, keep antacid, keep anti-vomiting medication, drink a lot of water, eat healthy food, which was in addition to what sir said, and that should be good enough. Stay in touch with your doctor. Many doctors are available, ladies and gentlemen. General practitioner to specialist, everybody is willing. Government has arranged, pro bono has arranged. Our colleagues here are arranging. People are available to you online. You don't need to see anybody's face for this disease.
Doctor, when we have a test, we get positive symptoms. But my friends are all right. I have a lot of my friends who traveled abroad, who came abroad. Then they went to the airport. When they came out, they said they are positive. But they are comfortably okay. What is that? Sometimes when RT-PCR test is done negative, and then also the same time of issues are there.
Yeah.
How it is?
So this is the thing. Actually, it is not a very dangerous virus. It is dangerous because it is infective. So very simple. If I have a small village out there and the village has 20 people, this virus cannot cause any problem. It is when we have these crowded cities that we have a problem. So why I'm telling you this is 80 to 90% people fall under the category of asymptomatic, which means that it comes and sits here. My immune system fought it off. I never knew what was going on. The only problem is that I am infective to others. And some one fellow out of 10 who is diabetic, hypertensive will get affected. Because millions are getting affected, that is why the problem has come.
Doctors, today a lot of my local doctors in the villages are watching this show. My doctor cells and a lot of friends. What is your advice to all these doctors? They are all village people. They are not a profession big with a big name or with the experience, or they are not well equipped with like you. What do you advise them?
So again, sir, for COVID-19, you don't need to be us. Ultimately, I speak language because of knowledge and education and understanding. You are just as good as me because the COVID-19 requires only this much understanding. Again, I'll be very happy to share very small, basic write-ups, very basic, A, B, C, D, E, which can be disseminated to all our friends over there. Friends, you are just as smart as anybody else. You are just as smart as anybody else. You just have to understand the disease and be calm and be the strength which your village can depend upon. Ultimately, they are going to come to you. If you worry or you don't know, they will not know. So you just have to know this thing. First week, first week simple medications, nothing to be done like we talked about. Second week problem can come, measure fever and oxygen saturation. If we are getting sicker, look for a hospital. If hospital is not there, get oxygen and steroid. 95% of COVID is covered in this. 3 minutes to summarize 1 year.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್, ನಾನು ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೆಕ್ಸಿಕೋ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಥರ ನಂಬರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಜಿಲ್ಯಾಂಡು, ಇಸ್ರೇಲು, ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇನಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ? ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನ್ಯೂಜಿಲ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂದ 3-4 ಜನ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಸರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ?
I think the single word is population. That those countries, New Zealand has 4 million people. 4 million is 40 lakhs. 40 lakh people, and they say that for every one New Zealand person, there are 2 sheep. This is the population of the country. So they have a very strong forum where they decided that if anybody enters COVID, they will shut them down for 2 weeks. So in the initial stage of COVID, and I'm reminded of Bangalore in April and May of 2020, if you can contain, if COVID comes in, test, and if testing is done 14 days, you keep them at home, and all the family members are tested, contact tracing, you can control COVID. But COVID is like a race. All of us have done running races. So if you start the race and you start running, once COVID starts running, everybody gets exhausted. It will spread fast. The authorities cannot do anything. People are running all over the place. Contact tracing breaks down. Testing breaks down. After that, we reach the stage of what America had, UK had, Brazil had, Italy had, Germany had, and now India is having.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಇನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು, ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, we have the highest number of medical colleges. It is called the health tourism place. We have highest number of human resources, nurses, all this medical good equipments are there, hospitals are there. Lot of this compared to other part of the country. Bangalore and Karnataka has that big strength. Why we are not able to control this in this state?
Yeah.
Forget the other places. I don't want to come and compare. Yesterday, Kamal Nath spoke to me. Some of my friends from UP spoke to me. I don't want to blame those states. But in the state like Karnataka, we are so progressive. Why would not able to contain this?
Yeah, so it's a very policy-based decision, and I think a whole discussion can happen. Ultimately, it's unfortunate because our people are suffering. At this point, what has happened, I think a lot of lessons have to be learned. We should learn those lessons so that when the next wave comes, ever it comes, we should do the right thing. But currently, we require the highest level of public-private, not partnership, brothership, I would say. We need to all get together as one family to fight this particular disease. And I have one message, ladies and gentlemen, it is within us now. They say God is in our heart. Similarly, preventing COVID is in our own control if we do what we're doing right now. So this is the way ahead. These lessons, and secondly, all these lessons, as he's trying to point out, what led to this, what is ultimately a lack of success on our part, should be used, because in the future, both of us don't want to sit and do this session again for the third wave or something on those lines.
You are just trying to tell me that some wave, second wave, third wave you are telling. Is there any possibility of having a third wave, doctor?
Yes, sir. So it is, again, it does not come from my mouth. We are messengers and we are not the ones bringing. Already the question is, in countries of the world where the second has happened, the third is talked about already. See, because the vaccine is good for 6 to 9 months. And the vaccine has come in the shortest time possible. They need to work on it and make it better and better. So it's very possible, just like, so we have to learn, right? When first wave went away, we said we are done, let's go back to normal life, let's go back to elections, let's go back to melas, everything. But when this goes away, it's possible that after 3 to 6 months, a third wave may come. So it's very, very important that we learn all the lessons now. All the lessons, and prepare everything from government, private and individual sides to make sure that we never have this conversation again.
No, doctor, now in the media we are seeing from past 2 days that even in the air it has been transferred. How is that in the air? Well, then where is the protection for it? If it is in the air, it may travel from anywhere.
Yeah, it's a very core question. So the thing is, before it was imagined, I'll make some actions. Before it was imagined that it is spread by drops. So the thing was that I cough, a drop goes here, and the drop goes and sits here. It is here, and if somebody else comes and breathes from here, or touches here, or goes here, we're going to get COVID. The current theory is that when we talk, when we cough, or when we sneeze, these particles are hanging out here. So I did this over here and I went away. The next person comes in, he does not know these are there, he breathes this and he gets COVID. After 1 year, 60% of COVID is going by these aerosols. So each one of our environment. So typically that is what has happened. I went into the hotel. Before me, one COVID fellow was there, but they was asymptomatic. He was breathing over there. These particles are there. I go with my family. I eat. I come back. I get COVID. Then I transmit it to my father, my mother. So it's very important to realize every part of the air in this point, if some human has gone over there, could be having remnants of COVID.
So you are telling that we should be very cautious while moving outside also.
Outside is the main place.
Main place. That is why government is telling you better be at home.
Yeah, simple. When you have injury, you have pain, you say no problem. You apply some medication, you stop. Similarly, you assume this mask is part of my body.
Okay.
It's part of my body. That is nothing else. It is not wear a mask. It is where is my mask? It should be. When we change the mentality from give me a mask to please don't take off my mask, we can fight this for now.
Okay, what is the best diet for a COVID patient? ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಏನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್?
Just healthy diet, sir. So currently Ayurvedic people are recommending something. I am not expert in that, but I don't think it has any scientific basis, but go ahead and take in healthy diet. Drink water 2 to 2.5 liters a day. Eat normal food. If the appetite goes down because of fever, don't worry. Don't push food in yourself. The body is just telling you to adjust. Healthy food, water, very important. That is all. Nothing else is required.
Doctor, when do you see that this will try to stop?
So we'll borrow from other countries. You know, sir brought up Mexico, Brazil, and so on. 2 days ago, Israel has declared that people in Israel can move around in open areas without a mask. So it is possible. So over time, we hope that we can first of all save lives now. Secondly, then the transmission will come down, and then hopefully vaccination will kick in. So currently, if we are having this Janta curfew or lockdown now, at least in 2 to 3 weeks, we will see the cases coming down. And this happened in Bombay. Yesterday, Bombay was 5,000 or something. So it typically 2 weeks after the lockdown. So if we start now, 2 weeks from now, the cases will come down. 4 to 6 weeks from now, we start looking at more control. Average duration of any cycle, any wave is around 3 to 4 months. Average duration in most countries. By that time, we hope that we all get smarter. We are able to discipline both ourselves, and between government, individual, and everybody, we can get highest level of control, so at least some normal life. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this fellow is going to go away. The mask is going to be there for a long time. Somebody had told us in 2020, sir, that full 2021 had gone. And we said, no. Looks like 2021 will be the year of the mask.
Will definitely this vaccines help us?
At this point, yes. It is like...
Because my chief minister had a vaccine.
Yeah.
Then again he had a COVID. Then again, forget the other common man. Chief minister had a COVID once. Then again he had a COVID. He had taken vaccine. He had finished his routine checkup. When our leaders themselves get into this problem, whether this vaccine is working?
So the one thing is, of course, that let us look at the vaccine success. The vaccine success goes from 62 to 79%. That means that whatever we do, 62 to 79 means anywhere from 30 to 40% people will not get protection. Especially people who are elderly, diabetes, blood pressure and all. With due respect to our leaders, ultimately the body is the body. And if you see our leaders, including all of you, you probably work more and meet thousands of more people than we ever have to meet. So that is something which is professional. Secondly, let us not forget one thing, one unique part of the vaccines. What worries me in COVID now? I'm not worried about COVID. I'm only worried about hospitalization, death, and losing all my money, as he pointed out. Hospitalization, dying, and my family gets into trouble because I'm wiped out. Vaccines limit the disease to mild. They take severe disease and they don't allow severe disease to happen. It's usually only mild disease. Mild disease, I can sit at home. I can, do whatever I want. 10 days I'm home and fine. So if any vaccine can avoid hospitalization, avoid death, the job is done. Current vaccine seems to be 90+% good in avoiding hospitalization, avoiding death. Even the chief minister, I'm told, was discharged in 3 days, and he was basically kept there for caution. By and large, otherwise, home isolation is the treatment for most people who've got vaccination.
Is there any medicine which prevents the infection in this?
Yeah, unfortunately, no. It is only faith that I will take Coronel, I will take that. Nothing prevents infection. Once it comes, it comes. The only thing we have is what has worked for 2000 years, immune system.
Will anything is there for people to develop immunity on COVID?
Good food, healthy lifestyle, no smoking, drinking, too much is always a problem. Don't take any abusive substances.
How much we can drink, doctor?
Very good question. Should I answer that one?
Sure.
Once or twice a week is not a problem in moderation.
Okay.
This other doctors may not agree with me, but most of us in this generation agree, because once or twice a week in moderation is okay. But daily alcohol intake, regular smoking intake is a problem. So just eat healthy, drink water, avoid these things, and avoid masking and social distancing. That is it.
ಓಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾಳ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿ country, they have watched this great show what you have given, good suggestions. There are still a lot of things to discuss in the future days. We will discuss. I thank you for coming. ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಸಲಹೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೆಹ್ತಾರ್ ಅವರು, ರವೀಂದ್ರ ಮೆಹ್ತಾ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಅವರ ಅನುಭವ, ಅವರ ಮಾತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಶಃ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನೇನು ಕೆಲವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹಾಕ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಏನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನೇನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಬರೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಭಾಳ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರು, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಾಗರಿಕರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಜೀವ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಜೀವನ, ಈ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ತಜ್ಞರ ಸಲಹೆ ಸಹಕಾರ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆನ್ ಬಿಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ಐ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯುವರ್ ಸಲಹೆ, you are just telling me have the mask even in the home. From today I will try to have this mask at home also. I used to not have this mask. I was little bit this because I used to feel some breathing problems. Somehow I got some good mask. One of my friend has got me a good mask from German. So I think I could breathe well in this mask. Thank you. Definitely we will see that. From my party also, today we had a lot of meeting with a lot of senior leaders. We would like to have a care center also. Anything is there, we will call you back. We will request you for your suggestion. Your service is for mankind, for the humanity. I wish you all the best, doctor. May God be with you. We all are there with you. You have helped me. You have made me strong. You have given me suggestions. You have me brought back from the hospital to the home. So I would like to thank, and all my people would like to thank you for this great service.
Thank you
doctor.
so much, sir. And I hope that all of us come out of this healthy and happy, so that we can together beat this particular situation. We look forward to everyone's help and leadership. Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor.